welcome back to the Ping Pong Flix Show. My name is Chris Wong. There are a few updates for you today, so let's get right into it. The first topic is a non-DC, of course. It is about Harrison Ford. Apparently, he has sustained an injury during rehearsal for an Indiana Jones fight scene. As you know, there's the fifth installment of Indiana Jones. Yeah, I know, another one, but and I think it's going to be his last because he is 78 years old. But anyway, in the course of rehearsing for a fight scene, Harrison Ford sustained an injury involving his shoulder, says a Disney spokesperson in a statement to EW. Production will continue while the appropriate course of treatment is evaluated, and the filming schedule will be reconfigured as needed in the coming weeks. I hope he does well. Remember when he got into a plane accident or for Star Wars, I think, and I was like, what? Or I forgot what movie he was going to. But yeah, stay safe, Mr. Harrison Ford, please. All right, moving on to the next. It's DC, and something exciting. May not be exciting for a lot of everybody, but it's exciting for me because I was a huge Smallville fan. I've watched every episode. I had all the DVDs until, I didn't have room for them. But all the way up to season 10, just wondering, how is he gonna be Superman? He's fought every single Superman character, almost every single Superman villain, met up with every Justice League member, and that was way before he even got into the suit. And he actually doesn't even get in the suit at all, maybe for just a little bit at the end where he rips open his shirt. But that's about it. But if you've been following along, there's been a comic run called Season 11. Do I have it here? Yes, I do. Season 11, there was a comic run where it shows him in the suit, and this is stories basically after Season 10 where he's 100% Superman. But now, this is rumored for a long time, but now finally being confirmed by Tom Welling himself. He's back as Superman. Listen to this.
Coming your way, Michael Rosenbaum and I are actually working on an animated series to bring those characters back to life and use as many of the original cast members as possible. Don't tell anybody, though. It's a secret. We're still working on it. And maybe they're coming your way. Michael Rosenbaum and I
are actually there you go. Season 11. I think it's season 11. He never really specified. Or if it's a retelling of Smallville anime, this whole Smallville. I hope not. I hope it is season 11. Somebody save me. Yes, I love this. This is great. I'm excited. I want to see the next season of it. Obviously, Allison Mack is probably not going to be reprising her role. But it's great to see them come back. I mean, yeah, he had a little thing in Crisis on Infinite Earths. To me, 100% disappointing because he lost his powers already and you moved on and he didn't put on the suit, at least put on the suit. And he's still not going to really put on a suit. It's going to be animated. I don't know if it's 2D or 3D or whatever. I don't know. I think it's going to be 2D. But it's great to see that they're still willing to come back for another Smallville. Not its own season, but still, at least it's a animated. And Michael Rosenbaum didn't get to make it to Crisis on Infinite Earths, so it's great to see him back as Lex Luthor, and maybe one of the best Lex Luthor ever on screen. I'm not joking. One of the best Lex Luthors on screen. So this is amazing. I can't wait for Smallville, the animated series. All right, so today we're celebrating 32 years since Batman 89 came out. And I still remember going down to Waikiki 3, waiting in line for this movie. So it's really cool that, Barbara Muschietti, from the producer from The Flash, Annie Muschietti's sister, posted in, of course, the 89 Batman symbol, even though they're going to use the 92 Returns, Batman Returns symbol, but whatever. But yeah, it's going to be, it's pretty awesome. I think I still enjoy it to this day. I've watched it just recently, and I'm like, it still kind of holds up for me. I kind of like it. Jack Nicholson is phenomenal as Joker. Michael Keaton is terrific as Batman. I really enjoy it. So I'm kind of intrigued to see him back in the role and how the costume fits. Is there going to be any changes to the costume or the suit or whatever? But yeah, Batman 89, celebrating Batman 89. 32 years. Wow, it's been that long. I can't believe it. By the way, I'm going to put down another Batman 89 Funko Pop down below if you want to go ahead and click on that. It's in the comments. All right, let's get to more. This is about the Suicide Squad now. Apparently, there's a first review of James Gunn's The Suicide Squad from none other than John Cena himself. Prepare to be, of course, it's going to be very biased, but let's listen in anyway.
I can't wait to see you in the Suicide Squad. Have you seen the movie yet? Does John Cena have a review, even if it's a little bit biased?
No. I've absolutely seen the movie.
Well, come on, what did you think? Is it amazing?
You are not ready.
Oh, I can't wait. All right, I gotta let you go.
All I have to say about that, and people will understand.
I can't wait.
You are not ready. Of course, he's part of the movie. Of course, he's going to make a rave review. But I thought you'd hear it from John Cena himself. Not only that, but the entire Suicide Squad, all the members, everybody has actually seen this movie already. And for some lucky fans, they'll get to actually see it early, because there's going to be a special screening at the Fantasia Fest in Montreal. The movie will be screening at the event on August 4th, the day before the International Film Festival officially kicks off with the world premiere of Brain Freeze, a new zombie thriller from Julian Knaffel. According to Variety, the Suicide Squad's director James Gunn is a longtime friend of the fest, which he first attended in 1997. Because he did a lot of, like, was that for Slither? Probably. But Margot Robbie chimed in that she tells a little bit about Suicide Squad. She says, "I can tell you that the Suicide Squad is going to be incredible. And again, it's just interesting to see what a different filmmaker makes of Gotham and these characters and Harley, really. I'm fascinated by what James Gunn finds interesting in her compared to what Kathy Yan finds interesting, compared to what David Ayer found interesting about her. James is such a comic book lover, so it's going to be rooted in the source material, which is always important to me." What I find interesting in that is that she says Gotham. So are we going to actually see a little bit of Gotham in the Suicide Squad? I guess so. I mean, she's still in Gotham, I think, at the end of Birds of Prey, right? And so maybe that's where we pick her up, or how she gets picked up over in Gotham. And I'm wondering, are they going to mention Batman at all? Wondering about that. But apparently James Gunn does definitely want to work with Margot Robbie. In an Instagram, this is from DC Versal Instagram post, James Gunn stated that he would do a Harley Quinn movie with Margot Robbie. He says, "I would definitely like to." So if the Suicide Squad works out, and they have all the faith in the world with James Gunn, and Margot Robbie seems like he likes working with him, then maybe that's true, that they are indeed going to do that Gotham City Sirens movie, which would be the natural progression, I think, for the next Harley movie. And I think fans would be excited for that, I guess. All right. This is more of a questionable thing. Like, I'm curious what your thoughts are on this. Mikhail says this: DC artist Rudy Owl, who does a lot of DC comic arts, like official art, covers for the comics, shared this illustration of Sasha Calle as Supergirl. She looks terrific, but it draws attention that indicates that she is Lara Lane Kent, daughter of Superman. So the publisher's artists already know what character she's playing, and he has unintentionally revealed it. Let's see here. It says right here, Lara. I don't know if you can see that. Let me see if I can open that image bigger for you. So on the bottom of here, it says Lara Lana Kent, and of course, it's not going to let you there. There we go. You can barely see it, but it says Lara Lana Kent, daughter of Superman. It was cut off, but it's on the original post if you go to Rudy Owl. So it says Lara Lana Kent, daughter of Superman. Now, it could just be he's reacting to Tom Taylor, who actually put that out and say, "Oh, interesting how her design looks like Lara Kent." And so, there it is. Now it's easy, Lara Kent, and it could just be that, or because he's very much knowing what the designs are and stuff like that, and it's like, you know what, it looks just like her. Or yeah, maybe. I mean, he works for DC. Maybe he heard from within DC that they are definitely doing a Lara Kent version of Supergirl and not Kara. So again, the mystery still continues whether or not this is Kara or Lara. And I guess we'll know until we get closer to the Flash movie. So I don't know. What do you think about this? Rudy Owl saying it's Lara Kent, daughter of Superman. All right, let's get on to another person that we want to see continue on even further. That's right, it's Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck, the Dark Knight himself. Well, as you know, there's been a lot of talk about this guy. Everybody and their auntie wants to know, is he going to continue? Is he going to still be Batman? You know, there's talk about him returning full time. There's talk about how he's got like a multi-picture deal. There's going to be an HBO Max series and, you know, all this kind of stuff. And people are saying that he's going to die in The Flash. He's going to be replaced in The Flash. We don't know. All we know that he's going to be in the Flash movie. And that at one point in time, he really wanted to do an HBO Max, not HBO Max, but an actual Batman movie. Now, this latest comes from insider Daniel Rickman, Daniel RPK, over on his Patreon, and he said it before that there is possible that he could cameo afterwards. But now he offers something a little bit more into that. He says that the studio is keeping the door open for Affleck to return in any number of future outings post-Flash. That's it. That's about as vague as, that's very vague. But that's what he said. That the studio is opening the door for Affleck. So it's still Affleck's choice in this matter. And it's still what Affleck wants to do in that matter. So it makes me wonder, what are the draft changes that Ben Affleck had made in the script before he signed on? Was it to write himself out, or was it to keep the door open so that he could return? So there's that could definitely be a possibility as well. And I guess, like you said, just like Supergirl, we'll wait and find out in The Flash if he truly is leaving the DCEU, or is he keeping the door open for a number of future outings post-Flash, meaning he's still the Batman of the DCEU and not Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton will be in a mentor-type role in which the Hollywood Reporter is calling it quote-unquote Nick Fury type of role, which I'm fine with because it just means that Ben Affleck can still be the Batman. Please stay as a Batman. And like full-on Batman, not just Bruce Wayne, because I still love him in the costume and stuff like that. That would be crazy. That would be insane. All right, well, let's get into the members' comments and questions now. Now, if you notice for the members' comments, I'm picking one comment from each person, and one that actually could be something we can talk about, and preferably something short, because, to keep it simple and smooth and fair. Okay, Shashank, the new Suicide Squad trailer looks better than the first one. Hope the movie doesn't use putting Superman in the ICU for laughs, though. If Kryptonite were so easily available, it'd put BVS Batman's efforts in obtaining it nothing special. There's a line which new movies shouldn't cross, that is not making older movies feel cheap, unless they explicitly tell everyone that it's a separate universe. Yeah, either that or maybe Lex Luthor. He probably has still shards of it left. I hack fruit. I can imagine Bloodsport looking through a sniper and we see Superman's cape in the distance. Then when turning around, it's a close-up of Superman's chest and the bullet is fired. The camera zooms back and Bloodsport goes on in his movies, on his phone, tell Luthor it's done. Superman's face is never shown, just like Shazam. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool too. Although I like it when it's closer quarters, because that would be less likely that Superman will catch it. I don't know. I guess he could still catch it. Regarding the butt jokes, etc., the Suicide Squad trailer 3, those are easy jokes, which most people understand, and they are easy to sell in a trailer. As long as the whole movie is not full of them, I wouldn't be too worried. If you look at James Gunn's Guardians of the Galaxy movies, or even Slither for that matter, he tend to mix those jokes up with other type of jokes, as well as over the course of a full movie. Remember the first Guardians of the Galaxy trailer, he had the scene with Chris Pratt giving the middle finger to the camera. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know how this machine works, which is also an easy joke, but still the movie had more to it. Oh yeah, now I have no problem if the jokes are in the movie. I just don't care for the poo-poo jokes. That's all. And I actually like the middle finger one. That's funny. As James Gunn doesn't know which Superman he shot, it is obvious that there's no plan for integration beyond this movie. That, or also James Gunn has no idea, and so he wouldn't integrate it without knowing who the real Superman is going to be, as that's probably not his, not in his, he wouldn't know that. He wouldn't know who would Superman be. That's not his job to cast Superman, I guess. Watch part of Zack Snyder's Justice League on August 6th. Oh! We shall see. Everyone is going crazy about Michael Keaton being on set for the court scene. My question is Barry going to the Michael Keaton Batman universe and bringing him back to the DCEU universe? Because Michael's Batman is in a separate universe. How would Barry bring him into the new DCEU and still be a rich Bruce Wayne? Wouldn't he just be a guy from another universe? I know. Unless somehow Barry was like, hey Barry, can you bring all my money over to this side? Or maybe Ben Affleck says, since your name is Bruce Wayne too, here you go, man. I'll lend you a mansion or something. I have no idea. That's why I'm like, did he actually leave his universe? That's crazy. I don't get people saying Superman wouldn't get shot by a bullet. He gets shot all the time. And let's not forget the time he caught a canister full of kryptonite gas. The only thing that upsets me about this is probably we don't get to see it. Yeah, no, we won't get to see it. That's it almost seems like a lot of the cool things happen off screen. Like even in the air cut Suicide Squad, Flash. Oh, that was a great moment, but a lot of it happens off screen, right? Probably. And seeing more Batman was cool too. Dave Sherrington, great editorial, Chris. They're obviously using the Snyderverse as jumping off point for the introduction of a multiverse, crossing my fingers. Whether or not it will result in the Snyderverse continuing or not won't necessarily be addressed in this movie. Yes. As long as it doesn't close any major doors, Death of BATFLECK, then I'm all for it. However, it does feel it's just like such a wasted opportunity. HBO Max may be our only hope. Fingers crossed. Loving the suit jacket and the content. Thank you very much. And like I said, yeah. And one thing I didn't mention that, and a lot of you mentioned, is that it's probably because of the money, and that's very much true. It is a business and a profession after all, so maybe they were paid a lot of money to like it and be a part of it. So yeah, with the major role of Keaton Bat in the film, I feel like the film's storyline in large part focuses on Barry finding himself in the Burtonverse, having to find a way to get home. Maybe Sasha Supergirl is the daughter to Nicolas Cage Supes. Of course, if that's the case, the question is, why does her suit design invoke Henry Cavill's Supes? Must investigate further. Well, that's a good question. I forgot about the Nicolas Cage rumored appearance, and I feel like I don't know if he will be, like even for a shot or something, that would be really cool. But yeah, the question in everybody's mind, at least in mine, is who is Sasha Supergirl? Which universe? Which Supergirl? All that, please. Hey Chris, about Bloodsport shooting Superman. It wasn't hard for me to think that Lex Luthor sent Deathstroke after Batman and Bloodsport after Superman. That would be cool. Yeah, maybe. Hired assassins. Just bring about a whole bunch of assassins. Let's get Deadshot. Oh, we can't get Deadshot. He's in prison. Who else can shoot? So Warner Bros. Don't have room for Cavill in the DCU, but can put him in the ICU? Sounds about right. No respect at all. Shame on you, Warner Brothers. Wow. It's so tough being a DC fan. It's crazy that almost all the JL has parental trauma and problems, and if you think about it, it's a pretty dangerous life being the parent of a future superhero. The plot storyline never works in your favor. It never does. It's pretty sad. I would never want to be a superhero. That's just too much responsibility. All these movie makers bitching and whining about streaming and staying in theaters and complaining about HBO Max They going and striking deals with all these streamers. So much hate. I know. Steven Spielberg was like on the top of that list that you said there. That was like, no streaming. And now they're like, oh, let's go streaming. Let's go over there. Let's go over there, Netflix. It's the way of the future. You can't stop it. I think. You just can't stop it. All right. Well, that is it for tonight. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, if you absolutely love this daily dose of entertainment news and content, please click the like button, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, keep this hot dog light on, and I'll see you next time.